Good day. This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Today's subject matter is walking in the truth. We can't really begin to live or move ahead in life or any type of relationship unless we do this. First off, I'd like to touch on the fact that there's the truth. We can tell the truth, live a good life, pray every day, meditate every day, help out others. But none of it means anything if we are not walking in the truth. And you have to start with the truth within inside yourself, not a perceptive truth, not the truth that you believe that you're a good person, not the truth that you believe you love or you believe you help, but the truth of who you are. You must take a deeper inner look at this, because we all have faults, we all have negativities. But by accepting all of these things about oneself and then dissolving them, we can begin to live and walk in the truth. The truth of the matter is, maybe we didn't try as hard in life as we should have. And this is why we haven't accomplished our goals. Yet this always can't be someone else's fault or the things didn't work out because of timing or this situation. Because at the end of it all, this relies on us solely, admitting that we took a part in these things. Our unsuccesses, our downfalls, even our own successes or uprisings. Sometimes we don't want to believe that it was due to our own efforts that we got to a place where we needed to be. Walking in the truth, looking at things through reality's eyes in an unblinded, unscathed way. When we really peer into what is the center of our being, that everything is not going to turn out the way that we expected. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, no matter how much effort we put in, some things just are or aren't meant to be. But by allowing yourself to come upon this self-acceptance of the truth, we can now begin to free ourselves from the lies. We must begin to live with an open heart and spirit and understand that there's your truth, my truth, a perceptive truth, but there's only one real universal truth. And a lot of times we may not want to accept this one universal truth, because once we start accepting the truth, then we have to begin to admit somewhere, somehow, that maybe the things that we were doing were not correct or we were wrong. And this is a hard thing to do because we always want to have some form of personal self-justification for the reasons why we've done something, for the reasons why things didn't go the way that they did, for the reasons why we're not to where we want to be. But that is not the truth. This truth lies wholeheartedly within oneself. Allow yourself to be free of the lies. Living in total acceptance of truth allows you not to have shame, not to hide, not to have anything to be embarrassed about. Because what is. If the situation that you have created is a not good situation for yourself in life, accept that there's one common denominator in this, you. If everything around you isn't going right all the time, come to acceptance that the common denominator is you. If you're constantly having problems with all the outside sources, friends, relationships, relatives, it's not everyone else. There's only one common denominator in it. It's you. Once we start to accept that we, ourselves, are the single common denominator in all of our problems, we begin to walk in the truth. And this takes a major want to let go. To let go of all our fears, all our shame, all our self-hate, all our self-dislike, all our self-discord. Once we begin letting go and accepting and being, then we can begin to raise to another level. We must open up our heart for this and our spirit, which again, these are very difficult things to do, but you have to be willing to let go. If you do not let go, you cannot walk in the truth. The truth is, we are. We are who we are how we are, but we don't have to remain. There's always opportunity for improvement in this life, for a raising of one's spirit and oneself. The truth is, who you were in the past may not be who you are in the present, but the past was at one point the present. Accept those things, face them, change them. Reach out to yourself, improve yourself. If we want success in this life, and we want success with our spirit, we must begin to see where we have not been successful in life and in spirit. And then make those changes immediately. This is very important because I think a lot of times in life, we do not get to the points that we want to get to because we refuse to face ourselves. We don't want to look at everything as it's our fault, as it didn't happen because I didn't put in the effort, as in we didn't strive as hard as we could. It's always, well, I did my best. But is your best really your best? Did you really attack each and every goal in each aspect of what you're trying to do with full concentration, a positive intent, and total love? When we look back at a lot of things in our life and do your self-reflecting, however you do, I think you'll begin to see the truth. Once you start doing this, you will begin to elevate to another level, which will put you in a place in a much better state. This perception of my truth, your truth, and then the reality of things. There's only one universal truth. What is? We can have many perceptions about all sorts of different things in life. But these perceptions are just that. They're still just another illusion. And these illusions come out of not wanting to be in full acceptance or take responsibility for our actions or maybe emotions that we have initiated. Because no one ever wants to be seen as being at fault. But I think that in any kind of relationship in life, even with yourself, there's still one common denominator, you. You are the catalyst. Become the catalyst for positive energy and positive flow so that you can begin to walk in the truth. Otherwise, you're only living in the lie. Be as good as you can be. Be the best you can be. There are many versions of us and yourself. Think back on when you were the best version of yourself. try to reminisce and remember on that. What was I doing? Well, how were my actions? And a lot of these versions stem way back to when we were children. Before you ever maybe were scorned and scarred or ridiculed or did not receive the love. And some of these go back to when we were a baby, because as children, maybe we begin to be scorned and scarred and not loved. For everyone, there's a different moment in time when it all changed. And then we begin to live a perceptive life, which is not a truthful life. The truth resides within oneself, because only we, even if we have revealed dark secrets or downfalls or unsuccesses or hateful things that we may have done, and even if we've changed them, only we know the real truth within ourselves. And this is kind of what allows people to alter the things about themselves and begin to live in a fantasy. But be prepared to have a very hard time in the beginning when facing oneself and coming to personal self-admittance. This early stage of walking in the truth is a very, very difficult thing to do. Because coming to the truth is a hard acceptance of, I played a role in all of it. The only person that can let you down is you, by not beginning to walk inside of the truth. If you've enjoyed this subject matter and would like me to do a part 2 or touch deeper upon this subject matter, please feel free to comment, and I would love to touch on any subject matter for a second, third, or fourth time, or even come into correspondence with anyone about these subject matters. Life is love, and love your life. Remember, the children are all important in this world. Walk in the truth and love, and we can begin to grow. We must accept that everything is one, and that we need to be. But in order to get there and have this energy shed in life, we must first begin to walk in the truth. And in order to walk in the truth, we must face the truth of ourselves. Once we face the truth of ourselves and come into total acceptance of who we are, only then and only then can we begin to change and become better. Be the best you can be. Be the best version of yourself you can be. Love within life. So this way, this light shines and emanates from you. This has been Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Peace.